Hi everyone, welcome to Follow Your Heart here on the Natural Parent Magazine. I'm Anne Cullen. Today I am talking about breastfeeding, and I'm here in my downstairs consultation rooms. You can see I've got loads of toys. Just wanted to show you. So I do consultations at home, but I also do them online. So don't worry, if you're not in New Plymouth, New Zealand, you can still meet with me. We just need to do it online. But anyways, I wanted to talk about clicking on the breast. So this seems to be a big concern for people, that babies are clicking or seeming like they may be losing suction at the breast, or just noisily feeding. So is this a problem, and what do we do about it if it is? So first of all, is clicking a problem? Well, in my opinion, clicking is only a problem if it's accompanied by other problems. So if that is your only concern, like babies making a clicking sound with their tongue while they're breastfeeding, then don't worry about it at all. It means nothing. It doesn't matter. If your baby is having weight gain issues, like they are not gaining weight properly, or if you are in heaps of pain, you're having nipple damage, stuff like that, then there's something going on with that latch that we need to fix. Sometimes we think that the clicking just happens because baby is figuring out how to control the flow of the milk, and that's all it is. It doesn't actually matter. If it's not affecting their growth, and if it's not affecting how you feel, then it really doesn't matter at all. So if some of those other things are going on, of course we need to work on positioning and latching. That's the first thing we need to do. Now here's a topic that I haven't brought up at all, which is something called tongue tie, which if you haven't heard about that, I don't know where you've been. It's become a very, very popular topic, and a lot of people are saying that that is what's causing the clicking, either a tongue tie or maybe a lip tie, and that you need to do something about that. No, that's not necessarily true. It can be because of all kinds of reasons, like the one I've suggested about, baby trying to figure out just how to cope with the fast flow of the milk or the letdown. It could be that you're positioning them in a way that's not working for them that well. But a lot of times, even when I've got mums here with me and we've got them positioned and they're not in pain and the baby looks comfortable, they're still clicking, and it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. So look at those other things. Don't take clicking to mean that you've got to do something and this very problematic, and definitely don't go and have a procedure done on your baby just because there's clicking in their mouth. It's just really not necessary for those sorts of reasons. So if you're concerned about a breastfeeding problem, if something just isn't going that well, and again, we're talking about the main things are you in pain? Are you experiencing some damage or pain? Is your baby struggling to gain weight, or is your baby crying a lot of the time? Okay, those are probably the things to be looking at the most. And of course, if you've got a very young baby, under 4 weeks, then we can also tell what's going on by how much is coming out. So looking at that, especially the poos, the urine can be a bit harder to tell sometimes. Especially, if you're using disposable diapers, that can be particularly hard, but it's the poos, so that breast milk coming out, and that's just for the first few weeks. So looking at those sorts of things, much more important than a little clicking noise. So let me know if you found that helpful, and please get help from somebody if you're struggling. And remember, the sooner you get help, the more likely it is that the help is going to work. Don't wait till you're weeks and weeks and weeks down the track with your breastfeeding journey to get help. Get help really early. Yes, breastfeeding is a natural thing. We're meant to do it as a species, babies are meant to breastfeed. Mums are made for it. That's how it all works and how nature intended it. So in that regard, it's natural. However, that doesn't mean you're going to know exactly what to do and how to do it and that you're never going to have problems. In fact, most first-time mums do struggle with breastfeeding. So we need to get help. We need to get help. So go to La Leche League meetings, get an international board certified lactation consultant like myself. Any experienced mothers around you can be really helpful. I wouldn't really suggest reaching out too much on online forums. People don't know what to ask. They can't see you breastfeeding. You don't know what their training is or their biases are around breastfeeding. So there are sometimes online forums can be good for help, but mostly if you're talking about a breastfeeding issue, get help one-on-one in person or with someone online, but have an actual conversation with a person. Don't just reach out to a bunch of strangers. You get really mixed advice that way, and you're probably already figuring that out. It can be great for a lot of things, but you know, it's better to talk to somebody in person if you're really struggling. Get some one-to-one help. So I will be talking sleep tomorrow, so hope you join me then. Signing off and reminding you now to follow your heart. Bye, everyone.